Yes. I was watching Monday Night Football and I saw a familiar face, someone I haven't seen in a very, very, very long time. Mauricio Pochettino. Wow. First question, yeah, because I've had this debate with people previously, and now that he's now back in the picture, people have brought this thing up again. Is Mauricio Pochettino a top manager?
He is. Is he a world-class manager? I wouldn't put him as a world-class manager, because I feel that obviously to be a world-class manager, you have to win trophies on a consistent basis. Obviously, Poch hasn't won anything, but he is an amazing manager though. Is he an elite manager? I would say he's an elite manager. Does he have the potential to be world-class? He does. But again, it's just finding the right club, having the right players, and having players believe in your system, really.
Jerry, what are you saying?
Yeah, man, he's a top manager. You know how I know he's a top manager? Because most clubs will take him. Most clubs will take him. So you can't say he's a shit manager. He's a dead manager.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's definitely not a dead manager. But he hasn't won anything. That's just
he definitely hasn't won anything. But he's got time. He's got time to win things.
He does. Because I think I was hearing Darren Bent say a couple of things, and like saying he's not world class. It's like I hear the points, but it's not as easy.
Yeah.
Just to say to someone, oh, he's not world class or whatever.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of the times where he's questioned, the first thing that people say is that he hasn't won any trophies. We all know that he hasn't won trophies, but what has he done? Tottenham was, for me, these lot were their team. They brought in some decent players that didn't perform and weren't up to scratch, and it was him, for me, that turned them from a basic, bang average side into a team that could potentially win the Prem.
Come on, he's potentially, like, not even potentially, he even helped them man build that stadium.
Yeah.
True.
Do you understand? Them man have built that stadium for Champions League football, and to really feel like you can compete with the Uniteds, the Chelseas, the Arsenals or whatever. So you lot thought, you know what, let's go and build we need a stadium, which you have done, and you couldn't have done that without the football that Poch was bringing to the club, and where he took them to a Champions League final. Like I said, the only thing where I would kind of feel like Poch went wrong is that I think that the next season going in, I think that loss hit them harder than we thought.
Yeah.
And I think it hit Poch harder than he thought. Because I don't think that, I could be wrong, but I don't think that he gave that team motivation to go again.
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like I do agree with that to an extent, but I feel like there was a more underlying issue, and it was that a lot of the players were underpaid.
But that's not down to Poch. That's
what
not down
I'm
to
saying.
Poch. That's down to Daniel Levy, isn't it?
That's for me. That's who I give the blame, because I don't understand how you can go from being in the Champions League final to playing the way these men were playing.
Well, now that's changed because of the stadium that they've built,
and now the players are playing good again.
Yeah, and they're getting, I think, like, you know, people like Ndombele, and they're on like $220 a week. I
can't believe that.
So it's changing, and I think maybe Daniel Levy knows that, wait, if I'm trying to keep Harry Kane, or these kind of players, I need to put these men on big wages for me to, because again, like, what Harry Kane, I'll give Harry Kane maybe on, if he's not winning anything this season or next season, he has to go, because Harry Kane's going to be 28, and everyone's saying that you're a world-class striker, which I do believe that he is, but there's no honours to back that up. So it's hard to now say to now argue with someone and be like, yeah, but Harry Kane's a world-class player, but then someone will be like, but he hasn't won anything. And it's like, that's very true. But his stats, in terms of what he does in his role, is elite. It's up there with the Lewandowskis, the Agueros, and stuff like that. But he just doesn't have any honours.
Quick question: do you think so? You can you be world class without winning anything? Whether that's a manager, as a player, can you be world class without no silverware? Is it possible?
I think so, but my definition of world class is different than everyone else's.
What's your definition?
Playing at the highest level and being elite at your craft
And being consistent with it.
Yeah.
So you see, like someone like Ramos is world class. He's been consistent.
I even see Ramos now playing a striker. This guy was playing. This guy playing on the wing.
Bro, he's been so consistent. Do you understand? Like, let's say people like Ramos, PK, Marcelo.
Yeah.
I'll put Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's world class. Aguero. Like these people. When you're talking about these people, you're talking about what they've done consistently over some seasons. Like Kane, he's been doing it consistently with the goals that he scores and the golden boots that he's winning and him winning golden boot at World Cup. So no one can't really say that he's not world class. But it's just the honours. It's just that, like I keep saying, players want to win stuff. Players don't want to end their career knowing that, wow, I was this type of player and I didn't have no silverware to back it up.
But then there's the flip side, yeah. You could be a dead player and you've won bare stuff.
That's come on. It's bare man.
Couple World Cups and Champions Leagues that, bruv.
Like, not even to say that he's even dead, but like, someone look at James Milner, bro. James Milner's won 2.
You meant on to Milner.
No, I'm not honest that he's dead, but you won't call him a world class player.
He's average at best.
Milner's won 2 Premier Leagues with City and Liverpool, and he's won a Champions League. And who would have thought that James Milner would win?
Even Henderson, you know.
Yeah, look at that. Like, and who would even thought that these kind of players will be an important figure for their team? Like, that's the maddest thing. So it's like it can be done, but you just need to be in that right team, the right system, to have the right type of manager.
So then that means it's unfair to label players world class, not world class because they haven't won any trophies.
Yes, I think it's unfair because there's some players that be putting in a shift, carrying the team on the back, but the team is just so dead. Like for me, someone like Van Persie before he came to like United, I would still say that this guy was a world class striker.
No, but he was world class though.
He wasn't winning anything on the thing.
Yeah, I hear you, but he is world class.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't feel like we can put silverware in the definition of what makes a world class player.
The only thing why it's kind of sad for Van Persie is that he didn't leave Arsenal when he should have.
Yeah.
So when he left to come to United, he only had a season with Sir Alex.
Yeah.
If Sir Alex's wife sister didn't die, I probably think that Van Persie might have had another Premier League underneath his belt.
I think so.
To be fair, but then again as well, those would be the only things on his honours, and plus obviously individual honours. But again, I think Van Persie is world class. Like there's not much strikers that can do what Van Persie was doing.
It's true. I agree with that. With that.
Because again, so there's something I even saw today, or was it even still yesterday? Or actually, maybe it was even in the group chat, in my group chat, and someone asked, is Vardy world class?
Oof.
These numbers are good though.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. That is the compelling.
Ooh.
That's the compelling argument. Like it's an argument that you're thinking.
He's won Prem,
and that's what he said as well. The person said it as well. Said he's won Prem. His stats are good. But then it's like, but is he world class? And to be fair to him, he's been consistent.
He has been consistent.
Few
seasons now. Yeah.
But why I say he may not be world class?
Why?
Is because I haven't seen him do it in Europe.
Yeah, didn't they get to the quarters or something like that?
No way.
Leicester must have got far, man.
Nope.
No.
Where did they get?
Group stages, my bro.
don't
No,
think
they
they
qualified.
came out of the group.
They came
No
out the
way.
group. They
No
did.
way.
Let me Google it.
What was that? 16, 17?
Let me Google it.
No
Yeah,
way.
Google that.
No
Google it.
way.
I don't believe that.
No way. I don't. They did. Nah, they didn't make it out of the group.
Yeah.
They did, man.
They didn't make that out of that. And even if they did, I don't think it was quarterfinals. Maybe last 32 at least. Possibly. But
Thinking Vardy, I'm up because the numbers are there.
it is.
But fam, he doesn't have the look. He doesn't have that look. It might be Kumi Pay, but man, Vardy doesn't have that look, man. He doesn't have the look of grace. Like, he looks too, fam. No, it's true though.
No, I hear what you're saying. Because even Harry Kane, he doesn't have the look. But
You just have to. You have to put it there.
because he's banging in goals and like at a time when he was like in the list with like what was he? I think he scored like was it like 53 something goals in like one calendar year, and that was up with Lewandowski or
Yeah.
Messi. So when you're here, or your name's up there with those kind of strikers, you can't now say they're not world class.
It's true, it's true.
Well, there's no one else his age or anyone else that's supposedly meant to be elite that are putting up numbers like that. So I don't know. Vardy is a very sticky one. I think he is a top striker,
Yeah.
but I just don't think he is world class.
Do you know why I'm not gonna put him world class? Yeah. Apart from the look, he's a very, very good goal scorer. But aside from that, the criteria that allows like someone like Lewan, Aguero, when Aguero was there, when Suarez was doing his thing, is other than scoring the goals, what else do you do? How do you impact your team as well? And these man, check their assists. It's all there. Check their range, like their ability as players.
Yeah.
These man can spray balls. These man can run with the ball. They can do that. For me, Vardy can run with the ball and you can
That's
shoot.
it. And that's it for me.
Yeah.
It's just one of those old school Sunday League, man. Which is
I rate it.
Yeah,
but,
which is not bad.
Even
Get me.
Vardy's penalties, yeah, bro. This guy just blasts it.
Just blast
He
down the
just
middle or
blasts it,
whatever.
blast it. I just smash it,
he
man.
has. I'm just gonna smash it.
I said I just want to
I'm gonna smash it. That just like Igalo. But yeah, I think he's definitely an elite player. But back to the Poch thing. Yeah, man, Poch is a top manager, but world class, no. Until he wins like something that's maybe, I don't know, the league, champ, Europa, at least something to get you started on that journey of being world class.
Hey, by the way, Leicester got eliminated at the quarterfinals.
Oh, was it?
Against
so Jerry was
Atletico.
actually right.
What? Wait, he won Champions League that year. It must have been Real Madrid, didn't
What?
it?
Who did they play against?
Atletico knocked them out.
Mad.
Wow.
Okay.
Leicester, yeah.
But that was only once though. I can't lie. Now I'm
Man
moving
said
the
Vardy ain't done
goalpost.
it in Europe.
Yeah,
Yes.
but now I'm moving the goalpost. I can't lie. I'm moving the goalpost because obviously, alright, they went to the quarterfinals, but they haven't been in Champions League since. So is that, can we really call him world class?
There's an argument there. You can call him it.
It's true.
You can argue that he can be.
I agree with you on that. You can arguably say, yeah, he might be, but there's also a strong argument for why he isn't.
Yeah.
A very strong
And
argument.
what was the main?
Obviously, it's not it's not really his fault, but obviously he's come from non-league, innit? And there's man that have really put in work to be consistent, to be classed,
Yeah.
world class, really and truly. And not to even say that should be a factor, but sadly it is to a degree.
It's a factor.
It is a factor.
It's a
Like,
factor,
I can only
but-
rate Vardy for the journey that he has brought himself onto to become a professional footballer and to stick at it. And I rate him for what he's done, because he, is now shaking up tables to even have debates with like people like Drogba and all of these kind of players.
true.
So these are men that have been playing ball for time professionally, and for him to now score as many goals, to be in the conversation at these kind of players, you have to give him credit. But to call him world class, it's a bit of a stretch.
Interesting.